trying to pocket the judiciary by so doing. What will be your reaction?
Benga, thank you very much. And let me also thank all of you for this opportunity to be able to let Nigerians know and let everybody know why we owe this country a duty. Mr. President, President Tinubu has said in his Green Hope agenda what he intends to do. And in part of that, he has said, look, the three arms of government are independent, but must work cooperatively for the interests of the country. I'm working under President Tinubu. I was appointed by Mr. President to oversee the affairs of the Federal Capital Territory. I have no legislature of my own. The legislature is the National Assembly. Mr. President presents the budget of the FCT to the National Assembly. Therefore, I am an implementer of Mr. President's policies of what he intends to do. And Mr. President comes up with a laudable, which no president in this country has done. I said, listen, we have been talking about independence of the judiciary. How do you guarantee the independence of the judiciary? Part of what he did, one, he came on board and said, look, there should be this. In terms of uniformity of retirement of age. Before, it used to be Supreme Court and Court of Appeal 70 years. Now, he has made it without every judge from the State High Court, Federal High Court, Court of Appeal, Supreme Court, retired at the age of 70. You move further, it's okay. Salaries, emoluments of judges and justices. No president had had that boost step. For how many years in this country, judges and justices' salaries and emoluments have not been increased? What do they earn? At the end of the day, you go home and say, look, if you really want to talk about independence of judiciary, you must make it such a way that they cannot be influenced or politically manipulated. Their salary should be increased. Even as they retire, they collect and that as the same way. In that case, you are trying to move them from political manipulation. He did that. The next is welfare. Where are the judges living? They have no hope. Therefore, it's open for political manipulation. And for me, as a president, who wants to guarantee the independence of the judiciary, judges must have their homes. I'm not Mr. President. I'm only lucky to be appointed as a minister under his administration, and who is in a position to implement his policies. And Mr. President said, look, this is what he wants. Come up and see what we can do. It was approved by Mr. President, sent to the National Assembly in 2024 budget, that there should be construction of judges and justices' quarters. That they must move judges from where they are renting houses. They don't even know where they are living. Where they are living among criminals. We rented houses where the landlord will say, look, you have not paid. Leave. It's embarrassing. A policy anybody should commend Mr. President. It is in the National Assembly budget of 2024, appropriated by the National Assembly, assented to by Mr. President, which is a law. What is the problem? I'm only the implementer. Go and implement this. Federal Executive Council of Nigeria approved it, the contract and everything. It is not my policy. How would you now want to kill me? That I'm implementing what the federal government approved. I mean, I've never seen a country like this. But let me also explain. Assuming though not conceded, it was my policy. It was my idea. Assuming though not conceding. What is wrong with that? I was a governor of Rivers State. For the first time, no governor in the state ever thought of that idea. To say, look, we must have what we call owner occupier. Let the judges have where they can say, today I'm retiring, I have a home. You cannot influence me. Home is very, very important. I did not only do that for judges, also for River State judges and justices who are not serving in River State, be it in Supreme Court, be it in Court of Appeal, be it in Industrial Court, and Federal High Court. Nobody said, I did that to buy judges. Just because I'm in Abuja, and you remember, it was President Tinubu when he was governor of Lagos State that introduced these owner-occupied houses in Lagos for judiciary. He was one. It was a policy. Before I copied from what he did in Lagos to establish in Port Harcourt. But again, all those houses I built for judges, how do I own them now? How do I own the judges now? Had there not been a series of orders against us, against me? Now, let us also say, that is why in our country, instead of people to commend you, particularly from the legal profession, to commend you that, look, for the first time we are seeing a government who now talks about the independence of the judiciary. How would they attain their independence? You allow people who have no job, who are professors online. I never knew there are professors online. This is my first time that professors are appointed online, without university. And when they talk, Nigerians listen and say that, oh, there's also a professor that spoke. Who is this professor? Which university? How was he appointed? How was he made a professor? So it's unfortunate. So I want to say clearly, the idea is not mine. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not the president of Nigeria. It's the Federal Executive Council, presided by Mr. President, deputed by Mr. Vice President, and approved.
All right.
And I have to implement what Mr. President policies are.
Okay, we understand now. It's not an attempt to capture the judiciary, as people are saying. All right, my colleague here has a follow-up question.
Well, Your Excellency, still in line with what you have been trying to reiterate here, a lot of civil society groups or activists have, made calls all over the media citing that the president should stop you and some other state governors from, projects like the one that you have done for the judges and even gifting cars to judges, this is in a bid to not gag judges or gag the judiciary. Do you think that perhaps this is stemming from the fact that they think you are being partial or biased because of your profession as, professionally you're part of the judicial system? Is this the reason, or are they just being quite vocal about it?
When you say civil society, it's unfortunate. Who are these civil society members? Who are they?
Well, it's all over the news, Your Excellency.
No, the point I'm making, I agree with you. Who are they?
You alluded to a professor online.
No,
that means you are following all those things they
No,
say.
I never said civil society. Okay. So that you understand me well. I said, they said that one professor online, who nobody knows university that appointed as a professor, where he lectures, or where he has lectured.
He is part of civil society.
I don't even know. Now if you say civil society, okay, let's go. Civil society where? Who are the civil societies? Now let me tell you, I saw one young man, they call him Adeyanju, from Kogi State. He's also part of civil society. This was a young boy who came to me, he went to deputy, he went to National Publicity Secretary of PDP. I said no. Yes, I said no. Yes, I said Wungi, and it was not. Yes, I have no regret about it. Then suddenly became a civil society activist. That's what kind of country are we in? Then you see him to go to a place to say, Wike, you are grabbing La Uruga. This is the kind of civil society you are talking about? People who have no job. You turn to civil society. Now, those who say that the governors should not. You mean as I am, as a governor of a state, take for example as FCT, for example, when I was governor, yes. Then take as a minister of FCT. The courts are down. You go to the Federal High Court. The cases they preside, the Minister of Justice, for whose interest? Businessmen and residents of where? River State. It's not correct. It's not correct.
Certainly.
It's not correct. I'm a governor of what? I'm a governor of where? River State. To make businesses to move on. To make residents to be happy. To have good governance. And they have no access to justice. Now I should fold my arms and say, until federal government comes to make sure that the Federal High Court as the River State is good enough for the judges to administer justice for the interest of the people of the state. As a governor of River State, that you know, by its own position in the South-South, is the hub of the South-South. There's no industrial court. And the industrial court was in Bayelsa. 80% of the cases in Bayelsa State, industrial court, from rivers. And then I see my people moving to Bayelsa State for industrial matters. And I said, what? As a governor, I can't talk to the president of the industrial court. Listen, no. I'm ready to provide industrial court here. I don't want my people to be going to Bayelsa State. So that is the way to guide industrial court. Now listen, those who say so, MBA, both state at the national level, the court was locked. MBA was sitting in the premises of the River State High Court. When the government of River State then locked up the court, MBA had no access to their secretariat. As a governor, I said, no, we won't allow this. I built the secretariat of MBA. That is also to buy MBA. At the national level, as a lawyer, as a governor, MBA wrote to us, who are governors, who are lawyers then? How do you support us their own profession to grow. I did my chest as a lawyer, who and then a governor. I was the only person who supported MBA to have a befitting secretariat. That also means you want to buy MBA. As a governor, the body of benchers, those of us who are lawyers, who are governors, we're tired of this federal government budget of the MBA, of the body of benchers building. How do you support us? As members of legal profession, how do we make our profession to grow? I can speak to you with authority. The state government gave support. So now what does that mean? You want to also guard. I also tell you this. When Mrs. Justice Mary Odlin was the chairman of the body of benchers, she wrote me a letter as the Minister of FCT. We have a problem. The road to the body of benchers, the lights are not there. Can you help? As a lawyer, as a law bencher, have an opportunity to help my profession to grow. And I said, look, go and do the road. Go and do this. That also means you want to.
I think we have a federal perspective now.
Okay, no, but you know, if I could just chip in, Honourable Minister, part of the narratives out there, as my colleagues have highlighted, it's not that there's anything wrong with judges owning houses. I mean, they deserve much more than that. But to find or see judges coming in front of everybody, maybe associating with litigants, it's not good optics. They say, in fact, this is usurpation of the role and responsibility of the NJC. That they don't have, it doesn't have to be politicians doing that for the judges specifically. Why can't the NJC handle it?
Who approves money for the NJC?
That's different.
No, hold on. Let us start from somewhere. Why would the politicians approve the money for you? You see, we try to chase shadows. If I build, I can influence. But if I appropriate money, I cannot influence. Who tells you that? Who appropriates money for NJC?
Who passes the budget?
Yes.
It's their responsibility.
No, I'm coming. If NJC wants 20 billion to build houses, and National Assembly says, no, we'll give you 1 billion, for example, and what happens? So you think that by the National Assembly appropriating this, they have no influence, or they cannot have influence? Why do we chase shadows all over the world? Even before now, under the military, houses were built by the executive for the judiciary, but for different government policies, where these houses have been sold, and that has not made the judges to be now stay where you cannot even guarantee their security.
Okay.
Are you now saying today that because as governor of Rivers State, we built for judges, I'm no longer governor. Therefore, I have bought over all the judges. I mean, what kind of, I mean, as a country, I mean, you tell me, what kind of reasoning is that? In fact, you're even insulting the judiciary. First of all, if you say to the NJC or whatever, and the judges or whoever should be awarding contracts, as soon as a dispute, who does it go to? If the dispute of contract of the contract,
Scott,
who will preside? Who will assign the cases? I mean, why can't we, for once, believe that we should make our institutions to be strong? This is the first time in our administration of as far as we are concerned in this country, apart from the military, a government has come out to say, listen, do you know that all the National Assembly buildings is under the FCT? We build it. the National Assembly. And it's a different arm of government. Yes, it's correct. All the presiding officers, their houses or whatever, under the FCT. So that means you control the Senate president.
All right, sir. We have a better insight now. My colleague from New Central, is there a follow-up question on this issue or something?
Related, but not exactly on this topic.
Okay.
Honourable Minister, sir, when you were answering the second question, you touched on a topic which is very important to residents of the FCT when you talked about land grabbing and others. Why is it a matter of policy for this administration to pull down shanties within the capital, considering the fact that Nigerians live in those shanties?
Okay, that's a new area actually. I thought it was going to be, I was expecting one more follow-up on that, which is, you said that this is owner-occupier.
Yes.
So it's not an official residence while a judge is still serving?
Now, let me so that you differentiate. FCT has its own judiciary. Just like a state. Right? Now, what we have done by the presidential approval, under the FCT, you can have the owner-occupier.
Okay.
But we cannot, as FCT, for Federal High Court and Court of Appeal, because they're not under us.
Okay.
So the owner-occupier has to do with the judges
of the FCT High Court.
Yes. Which is like a state provided for their judges. Do you understand the point? Now, what we have done for the Federal High Court, look, because we have a just like what we did, like as a governor of a state. You have Federal High Court in River State, in Lagos. State governments say, look, let us renovate their places. It is not conducive. It is support you are giving to the federal government as a governor.
Okay.
Now, as FCT, what do? We also have to give support. President said, look, I'm coming out with a policy with the Minister of Justice and Attorney General on how to handle the Federal High Court, the Court of Appeal, and but for FCT,
okay,
these are your judges.
Okay.
You have a right to have this owner-occupier.
All right.
And that's what we have done. We are not the owner-occupier for Federal High Court and the Court of Appeal. No. But you have a division.
For them.
You have a division of the Court of Appeal in Abuja. Even though you also have the headquarters. You have the Federal High Court in Abuja and also the headquarters. So what we have done is, look, as a government, and President having approved that, look, they should have housing. Just like what we are doing for other federal agencies, police, army. We'll do that. We'll do that. So there's nothing new. But it's only for the judges of the FCT that we are having the support of owner-occupier that we're entitled to. So people should not, instead of you commending the effort of the tribute administration, you turn around to say, oh, you are doing this to buy over, I mean, it's madness.
All right, let's leave the issue. New Central has asked you a new question.
Okay.
You need to attend to them. Okay.
In the last few weeks, we've seen demolition of shanties. In fact, you visited one of the shanties and engaged with those who were there. We want to know, why is it a matter of policy by the FCT administration to pull down these shanties for whatever reasons? Because residents want to know. And also, you tried to engage with some of these residents. Abuja FCT residents want to know the outcome of that engagement.
Okay. I like the word is shanties. Define what is called shanties. What is called shanties in the first place? What's called shanties? This is a city. And we want to compete with other countries, cities of other countries. Shanties makeshift. You don't even know those who are there. People commit crime, they go and hide under shanties. You can't tell who is living here, who is not living here. You don't even know who they are. under the trees, under the cashew nut trees, all kinds of people. We have a rail line this way. We have a rail line this way at the center, which is very easy for criminals to block the trains. And then you come and say, oh, train going to Kaduna has been blown off. Train going to, oh, government is doing nothing. And you want us to fold hands to allow criminals to go and hide there, to begin to commit all kinds of atrocities. You say, oh, people are kidnapping in Abuja, robbery in Abuja, I agree. Where are they staying? Would they stay in any house or houses or different houses? You can identify them, no? Who went there? What is this? Go there and see yourself. There are no houses, under trees. People are using anything to make our house. And this is what criminals like. Do you know why the Metro Line had never worked? Even after President Buhari commissioned it, you know why? Former President Buhari. All the rail lines, all the lands were vandalized and, well, from these guys. They just cross, jump over the fence, the dwarf fence, vandalized. We said, no, we can't continue with this. And to tell you that the government is a government of giving human face, we don't need to discuss with them. No, we don't need to. Like you said, are Nigerians. I didn't even know how you took the population and the identity that they are Nigerians. But, you know, you have the government that says, look, human sympathy, even though they pose a lot of insecurity. When the president said, look, go there, talk to them. And I went there. I said, look, what you are doing here, is it fair? They agree it's not fair. So why are you here? Why are you doing this? And I agreed. I said, look, we're right. I mean, we're wrong. We're sorry. That's okay. We're human. What we'll do, I set up a committee, CP, Director SSL, Director Lands, this and that, meet with them. And they came up and said, we're sorry. We won't do it again. Okay, find us a place. As a government, we have a responsibility to our people. And they discussed us, okay, take her to a social place. Whose government is prepared? But in doing that, we consider the issue of security. It's not about sentiment, it's not about emotion. No, I'm not interested in that. You see, government owes a duty to protect life and property. Any government that cannot protect life and property, you don't need to, you can't be there. So it's not about emotion, it's not about sentiment. Today, you hear they bomb social place. Tomorrow, you hear social area be bombed. You won't come out to say, what happened? It's the same thing that if we allow, now, in the next few months or days or weeks, nobody can tell, anything can happen to the Metro Line. And then you come and accuse tribute administration of being sensitive, not understanding, not even trying to appreciate lives of people. And then we're trying to take a step to stop anything that will occur. And you cannot say, oh, the shanties are not where we should live. No. Shanties are illegal people.
TVC News has a follow-up to that.
Honourable Minister, some people will also quarrel with maybe your style in engaging these people, because you also went to a place in Lugbe and some other areas where some buildings were demolished because you say they don't have approval, and they insist that their papers are intact. People have quarreled with your style. They say that the Honourable Minister is not listening, because there was even this viral video where you engaged with somebody and probably used I think 10 past flared at that point, and people didn't like that as government with a human face, you should also be listening to the people.
Why does the criminal need a human face?
No, I'm talking about this, not those in shanties this time.
Now, let me tell you. Now, let me tell you. Why do I have to sympathize with the criminal? Or why
Not
should
those
I?
Ashantis.
Now, come on. The criminals are not only Ashantis. Land grabbers are criminals. Why do I have to sympathize with criminals? Why do I have to be friendly with criminals?
Is that how government is seeing
No.
If they said
Let me tell
an
you,
arm of
you
the
said my
FCT gave them approval.
No, it's not correct. Excuse me. Yes, I would like you to give me approval. See, today, on Saturday, I was in my Tama with the Director of Land River Control. I went there. I don't sit in the office to be told this and this. I go. On Saturday, I was there. What is going on? All the green areas, all the taken away. I said, what's going on here? No trees, nothing. This is good. That's okay. Come. Invite everybody to my office today. Do it. I said, hey, I don't know who, but I hear you people have allocations here and this and that. Well, the lot of lands, if no control, if anybody has encroached to the green area without approval, too bad. Too bad. The building will go down. No, it will go down. Certainly, yes, it will go down. Yes.
Without
and
compensation.
Then without what?
Compensation.
Compensation for what? You encroach on land. I pay compensation. No.
Suppose they have some papers, some kind of papers to show which emanated from
the only person that can give you that approval is the minister. If you go and do business with what's my business there? Sometimes people can do business with them. They give a land allocation paper. What's my business? It is only the minister that has the power to sign.
Your Excellency, sometimes these documents shown are actually AMAC documents, and then you find situation.
Just like I told you now. Before I came on board, there was a director of lands who went to sign on behalf of the minister and allocate land to somebody. Does he have power?
But in that case, what happened?
Let me see. Anything you did illegal. What happened? What's my business? In you having an illegal business with people. No, please. Please just try to understand this. Please, we're always in a hurry to get something. And being in a hurry, you'll be in trouble. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Somebody goes to sign a CFO when you know there's only the minister that signs the CFO. And you're telling me he represented the minister. I mean, how can you tell me that? You know it is the minister of FCT that signs the. Ordinarily, the president is the governor. But that power has been given to the minister of FCT. Right? Some states, the governor donates their power to the attorney general. I will see the law, you will see that this power has been donated to the attorney general. And the attorney general can sign on behalf of the governor. You don't tell me that a civil servant will go and sign a CFO on behalf of the governor or the attorney general that the power has been given to. And then you come to bring sentiment, then somebody is acting out there. Now, why I don't want you to go away from that? When you say this, Lube.
AMAC land.
Yes. Now, what are you saying? They went and took land from area councils. The matter got to Supreme Court. Supreme Court said no. Every land is under the FCT.
Does it mean
now you now go? What I expect you to do is to say, look, we have made this mistake. What do we do to regularize?
Yeah. Particularly when they are in large scale, like you saw.
No. Don't cut me short. Just calm down so that you get the picture. Some people just move in. And you know, we have this tendency. He will stay 2 years now. It's not 4 years. As a minister, he will go. Another minister will come. We'll find our way. That is what you have in this country. I will stand for that. You can't go to a place and just start developing on a land that does not belong to you. You go and grab land, and then you go and, you know the worst thing, they go and institute action against the FCT. They have their way in the secretariat. They go to the legal secretariat. They have their people. They go to lands. They have their people. The FCT minister is sued, but the suit will not reach him. He will not be served. And then they go. The court will give judgment. They constitute everything.
That means all this is in collusion with your staff, sir.
Yeah.
Not my staff.
I mean,
FCT.
But you should be aware that that's what we're trying to, that's what we're doing now, and that's what is painful to people. Do you know, as I came, how many directors of land have changed? Yes. Some people saw it as their birthright. Yes. I said, no, you will leave. I removed them.
Was it enough to just remove them?
No.
If their actions had led to some of the problems we are facing now,
The point
was
was,
it just enough to remove them?
no, first of all, if you want to clean up a place, and you know that these people are part of the gang, you need to say, listen, you out. Do you know that I made approval for staff to be changed? Some people sat on it. Yes. Until I said, no, we can't continue with this. Everything turned to ethnicity. Everything turned to religion. I'm an Hausa Fulani. I'm a Yoruba. I'm an Igbo. I'm none of this. Everything turned to. So, when people know you are doing the right thing, and you don't want this thing to continue, what did they do? They fought back to say, see, because I'm from social place, because this is my religion. Rubbish. No, not where.
Well, I don't think that people are trying to. I mean, Michael, I don't think they're trying to justify anybody doing anything wrong. But from what we hear today, is there anywhere on the FCT, anywhere whatsoever, where anybody can go and see these are the processes? If you want to get anything, these are the steps. So that nobody, either within FCT or somewhere, can mislead anyone or take advantage.
No, those who are not patient are those who want to collude with them. Those who are too much in a hurry, who do not want to follow due process. Due process takes a time, takes a
No, I
long
mean,
time.
where are the steps?
No, let me tell you now. First of all, you apply for land. Do you know I sit here? Some people tell me, like, look, that this place, the land is free. How did you know? They have agents, even in the system. I'm minister. Somebody comes here, says, sir, here it's free. How do you know this? I got it, the doctor come. How did somebody know that here is free? Okay. I will not allocate. It will not work. Look, I sat here. They bring things for you to approve that the former minister did this, and I said, no, I will not approve it. Why did he not approve it that time? Why should I approve it now? I said, no, don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. I will take my time. You know, it's a system that is very difficult. But with support, you go to that place. It is not easy. See, when there are people in the system who have had it the way they have, and then you have now come to put changes, it's not going to be easy. It's like you're fighting corruption. Corruption will fight back. Yes, that's what's going on. Corruption will fight back.
Yes. Well, Your Excellency, the deed has been done. The demolitions have happened. And I believe one thing that is on the minds of everybody right now is what is the next line of action for your administration for these shanties that are now empty lands?
I will not allow shanties. Forget about what the empty lands, that no land will be empty. There are things to do for development of the of the FCT.
The allegation is that you are planning to use those land as settlements for your friends.
Yeah, what is that?
No.
Yes, what is that? So what is that? That I have something to give to my friends, I will give it to my enemies. So what rubbish is that? Please, you see, I tell you before all this. So you, as you sit down here now, I should bring my enemies. No, tell me that I should. See, I do the right thing. It doesn't matter what anybody says. My conscience is, look, what am I doing? Am I right? The moment I'm convinced that I'm right, I go ahead. Forget about people. Is there anywhere you'll be in office, people will not say, yeah, I did this for your friends. So if you don't do too, they will come and say, after you were there, your friends were suffering. People write you, after all, you're a governor, your parents are suffering, your parents are walking on the road, there's no car. Then even when you buy a car for them, it's, oh, you have gone to buy cars for your parents. What kind of system is that? So don't bother about that. If you want to succeed in governance, don't think about it.
Honourable Minister, I think, we have spoken about some of this push and shove in terms of demolition and all. Let's try and move to a few projects as well. Rural roads, we've seen some constructions. Can you tell us a bit about what we should be looking out for in the next year in terms of timelines and when they are going to come on board in terms of the projects that the FCT is embarking on at this time?
Thank you very much. You know, that's why I say that people should commend the tributes administration. At least, I don't want to talk about it right now. Start from where we are now, FCT. What has been there for FCT? What has been the condition for the rural areas or the area councils, as the case may be? Even in the city, was it working? Tell ourselves the simple truth. Yes, it was working. No, it was not working. Now it is working. I beat my chest to say I thank God Almighty and I thank the tribute for giving the opportunity to be part of this administration, to contribute. Each day I go to the rural area, I feel so happy. Yesterday I was in Saburi. Look, I was in Saburi. Remember, this year we flagged off that project. And of course, they never believed it. It's a normal political thing. You come and flag off, the whole thing will die. Unknown to me, what I flagged up, I thought was just a straight road. Yesterday, I was there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at the happiness of citizens. It was heavily populated by the Igbos, traders. Immediately I came out from the car. Go, see jubilation, see happiness for the people. We have never seen a minister here. That job will be completed this December. Now I went further to a road they call Dede that will take you to a life camp. I told them that the procurement process was on. Do you know, as God may have it, as I came to the office this morning, BBB has sent the approval for award of that road to Luby Construction, which we have now forwarded for Federal Executive Council approval. The whole of that area, come and see what is governance, what is dividend of democracy. People are happy. Now, I went to Buhari, Ushafa, one army college or military college, this and that. The day we flagged off that project, it was something else. You can see tears rolling out from the eyes of the people. It has never, they've never experienced this. A government, a federal government, with the area council, go to one village called Buhari in Tokula, done by Satrako, to be commissioned this December. Go to Kwali, go to Abaji, go to Egwagwalada. These roads will be commissioned this December. Now go and see the last 2 days, the last 1 week. our flag up. I went to Parley. Now the road they call A2 to Pi, and Pi to Gomani. Now see the politics in this country. A2 to Pi, no road. Now Pi to Gomani, they awarded the road.
Why?
You asking me why?
You are the minister.
How would I know? And that is why it's good to go and see. Do you know the entire road is about 35 kilometers? So they now took away A2 to Pi. So when I was going, where are we heading to? They said, no, we are going to, but this road, now what's going to happen to it? So when I got to the place, they call Pi to Gomani. So I now called the coordinator and the engineer. How did you award this contract from Pi here to Gomani when A2 to Pi? There's no road. What kind of this? He said, politics has come now. I said, no, it won't work. I called the chairman of the FCT committee. I called the House committee, and I called the Senate chairman. I said, look, gentlemen, you have to help. There's no way I can get to Pi to Gomani if you don't do A2 to Pi. Rural area, farm area, flat land. And we're talking about food security, agriculture. Why would this country import food? In any case, how do you do the farm? To bring back the food, how? Locally, I have two chairmen who are very cooperative. Chairman of House Committee, FCD, and so they say, look, I said, look, you have this money for social project. This area, no, it's emergency. We must do it. And they agreed. Now we are doing A2, which is the express road from Parley, going to Abuja, to Pi. Then Pi to Gomani have been awarded. So in it now, we are doing now from A2 to Gomani, which is about 35 kilometers. Do you, look, the farm, my brother, you need to go and see. You will cry for this country. People just stay somewhere, do all kinds of things, and nobody wants to talk about it.
If I could add to that, that is connected to transportation policy. Because, I mean, yes, we've seen that you flagged off some bus terminals, and you also spoke partly about how the government plans to go about it. So could you shed a little more light? Is it going to be PPP? Is government going to buy vehicles? Are you going to come up with a sustainable transport policy for the city?
First of all, let us appreciate that, yes, what we're doing in terms of building bus terminals and this is okay. And then how do you now going to run in terms of sustainability? And let people appreciate and understand. Now, what we have agreed, government cannot only depend on private sector in terms of transportation. While we allow the private sector to participate, government will on its own provide the infrastructure. The infrastructure has to do with roads. The infrastructure has to do with the bus terminals. Now, how do you run it? Bring private people, partner with government to make sure it's more efficient. Government is not a good business person to begin to run them. But government owes that duty to provide the basic infrastructure. And let me ask you, tell us the truth. From your experience, how many PPP government partnership has worked? Tell us the truth. I was the governor. People have traveled all over the world to bring a foreign investor to partner. These are stories that they will give you $1 billion. These are stories. You owe a duty to your citizens. And with what we are doing now, what by January, February, when the bus terminals will start, people are now applying to partner with government to run it, for it to become more efficient and effective. But about vehicles, it has to do with those who want to run the place.
You, as a rider to what he said, you said something in some interviews earlier about phasing out, commercial vehicles that you cannot really track.
Yes.
And now there'll be a timeline of phasing that out and then introducing the ones that you can track and security, knowing the drivers and all that. So where are we on that?
That's what we were saying by January, that you can't allow private people to run taxis without profiling and without using the Abuja color. Shall we be able to know who are these? So I was to reduce this level of what do you call it? One chance. Two. When you go to the bus and taxi terminals and you board a vehicle, they know the vehicle you're boarding. They know who is the driver. But if you go on the road on your own, taking risks, it's your business. But you see, you have an excuse now because government has not been able to provide where I can comfortably go and board a vehicle. So, but now government has been able to provide, for example. And then you still do not want to use what government has provided to go on your own. You have put yourself in such a risk.
As part of your,
just to put the Honourable Minister on notice that we'll take a quick break on the dot of the hour, that will be by 6. And,
okay, quickly before the break, sir. As part of your efforts to achieve your administration's mandate in the FCT, we have also seen recently the evacuation of beggars, and we understand, of course, this is for certain security reasons. But how do you, strike a balance? People are also saying that there's this sentiment, of multi-dimensional poverty and providing an alternative for them. We know they need to be off the street. How do you balance that?
I disagree with that. Totally disagree with that. Totally disagree with that. And that's the problem we have in this country. Some people believe that who are weak, who do not even want to do any work, take a profession of begging. Look, there's a consortium going on their labor, for example. You have not made efforts to go there to work, but you're happy. How you bring your 15 children, about 6, 7 years, for example, to begin to beg and this and that. There's nowhere in this world where you can say employment has been provided for everybody. I don't agree with that. This is your idea that poverty. Tell me one country that has been able to solve the problem of poverty. Yes, there are degrees. We agree. But that shouldn't be where we're having security problems, security threats. You tell me, because of poverty, as you always claim. I don't know when has there not been poverty in this country.
The current prevailing situation.
What is the current prevailing situation?
Well,
the point I'm trying to make is that we should not every time begin to use this as an excuse, where people have come to use poverty as a security threat. Do you know that you see somebody sitting on the side of your house, pretending to be a beggar, but is an informant? Do you know that? Giving that information where you have come in, where you are going at. And then you want a serious government to throw it down to say, because of poverty. Every time people say this, it's not fair. It's not fair. We cannot allow that. We can't continue to use poverty to allow insecurity.
Honourable Minister, while you are chasing beggars out of Abuja, there's a new security threat. I don't know whether you are aware already, which is the emergence and the expansion of Panteka markets in Abuja. I don't know whether Panteka, those people who buy semi-used, particularly iron products, they
scavengers.
Yes, they vandalize transformers and all of that. I don't know whether.
So we have so many things that we're tackling. Now we have an task force made of all the security agencies.
You see them in the night.
You see them in the night now, working. They've been able to reduce the level of vandalization before it was bad. People go and remove solar powers that gives us light.
Transformers?
Yes. So, they are now working in the night. In fact, in the next 1 week, I'm providing about 50 vehicles to security agencies to see that, listen, we can't continue with this. You trying to provide comfort. People are sabotaging what you're doing. That the government is not doing anything. How can you say so? Therefore, it's okay, no problem. All these scavengers, we have reduced them to a level. And I thank God with the heads of security agencies we have, we are working assiduously, day and night. And we're giving them every necessary logistics to make sure that we reduce the level of vandalization. And I didn't know you even noticed it. This is what we're talking about. You need to see, no serious government can succeed without being strong, without being hard. You cannot. Forget about these so-called, you call them society civil, or civil society,
yes,
who will never say anything good. Go make sure you are doing the right thing. There are people who just believe that a government must be brought down. No matter how the government is doing, it must be brought down. And we will not give opportunity to that. So we are here to fight insecurity, to give the residents of Abuja the comfort to live in Abuja, to give the businessmen in Abuja and women the comfort to carry out their businesses. That's what is important to us. Abuja is a city. We cannot allow it to the point that where you have diplomats, what would they tell you? What would they tell their citizens to come to Abuja? If you don't make Abuja safe, then forget Nigeria.
All right, so Honourable Minister, it's top of the hour. We need to go on a quick break, say about 2 minutes. We'll be right back for more questions. And of course, guys, you will also have the opportunities to ask political questions when we come back. We'll go on a break now.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach 2 million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707-272-8338 or marketing@tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
The TVC News at 7 and the TVC...
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made,
and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Sometimes it's the story that calls. At other times, the people just want to be heard.
School, I need students, but I need teachers.
Can't continue like this.
Their voices re-echoing through time itself.
We haven't done anything. If the tide is high, everybody run for safety.
Their tears leave a sweet, sour taste for all their demands. A familiar call beckoning for change. In our world, no one expects a disaster to happen. But when it does, we'll be there to x-ray all sides, from the east to the west, north and south. Community Forum will examine the oddities and challenges to economic development, as well as issues yearning for government intervention. Watch fresh episodes of Community Forum on Sundays by 9:30 p.m. only on TVC News.
Every major news story is with many perspective and layered with different levels of impact.
Hello. What time did they?
Territory, His Excellency Chief Nyesom Wike. So we'll continue with the session now, and of course, this session will feature largely political questions.
Yeah.
Let me start from the other side of the aisle.
Okay.
So we'll get to you.
Yes. Let me come this way. Your Excellency, in a few short hours, or just say a few days, there will be a contest in Ondo State.
3 days actually.
So the PDP, the APC, and of course several other parties in that contest. Knowing your antecedents, you have been a galvanizer for your party. You've been rather quiet these few days in terms of what is happening in that side. What's happening actually? Have you been, why have you been a little bit, we've not seen so much of that galvanizer?
Well, you don't just rush and go and hustle for what you're not caught for. My party have not come to beat me that they need my support for their governorship candidate in Ondo. During the Bayelsa last time election, my party came to me and they want me to support the Bayelsa PDP governorship candidate, who eventually turned out to be the governor today, the Senator Doyedi. I gave full support. When I mean support, I gave everything. And he won. My party came to me. In Edo, Edo. They came by and said, look, I won't support Obaseki, it's natural,
Although you did it the first time around.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's not that the one I supported, I didn't come out of it. I said, look, I'm not going to support. And they said, okay, if you won't support, keep quiet. I said, okay, I'll keep quiet. And I did not do anything. But they won't. In this one, too, nobody came to me. I don't know. In fact, the last time I saw the candidate was when I sponsored him to run against Eita Ejegede. When he resigned as deputy governor to, what's his name? Late Akindelo. I was the one who sponsored him to run against Eitayo. In the primaries. And the Eitayo won. And we supported Eitayo. But let thy will be done. That's only one prayer. The shortest prayer I pray. Let thy will be done.
What people are saying?
No, I'm coming. The will was done that Akindelu was returned. Now, I hear that the guy is the candidate. I never see him. Nobody has ever come to me. So what do you want me to do? What you want me to do because I'm PDP, I'm going to run. I won't do that.
What I'm saying is that what is in the, what a few people perhaps in the party and at the state are saying is that perhaps because of your current position, you may be cheering for the other team.
What is current position? Was I not the position when I supported Diri? Was Diri not run under this current position I was? No, I'm coming. Was it not? I supported him under PDP.
Could it also be because you are sending different conflicting signals to your party members as to where you actually stand?
For this governorship election, I'm not supporting. It's not where I stand. You don't need to say I'm not supporting it.
Could it also be that they no longer see you as a major stakeholder?
Who is the major stakeholder of PDP? Mention the person. Dambi. Who is the major? Mention one. You may say governors.
Yes.
Who is the governor? Tell me now.
PDP state governor, like the governor of Bauchi State.
There is what?
The governor of Oyo State.
No, fine. Look. I can tell you something. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate. Leadership is a terrible thing. And I pity my friend Sheyi, who is there struggling to see that he gets a brother or brothers in the Southwest. He's doing all he can, but I don't know how it will work out. Let me tell you, PDP has never had it this bad in terms of leadership, particularly from the chairman of the Governors Forum. And I knew it would be so.
That's Bala Mohammed.
Of course. Of course. Let me tell you, leadership is not by mouth, it's not talking. It's not by talking, it's by action. It's not tomorrow you go and blame INEC. How do you know how people are treacherous? When Tabuwa finished as the chairman of PDP Governors Forum, we have always done it North and South. But Bara and Co connived and went to Bauchi and took away the chairman of Governors Forum of PDP to the North. Of course, he knows if I was governor, it won't happen. He knows if I was governor, it won't happen. He succeeded in that because in what we call infantile ambition. To be a leader, you must have to make a lot of sacrifice. You must have the capacity to galvanize the people. You're an opposition party. You're not in the ruling party. People will see that you are serious of taking over power. It's not by mouth. It's not by going to television to talk. It's not by abusing people. It's by how you mobilize your colleagues. He's the chairman of Governors Forum. How has he mobilized his colleagues? By funding the party to make sure the party is effective and efficient to the National Working Committee. To see that they take over power from the ruling party in Ondo State.
By funding the party.
It is necessary.
There are no big spenders anymore in the PDP.
I don't know what they call big spenders. All I'm saying, funding the party. You know what they call big spenders. How you calculate what they spend, I don't know. No, I didn't say that. What do you mean? Don't I know that I'm funding the party?
Your Excellency, a lot of people
Listen, why you people allow Nigerians to get this information? It will help Nigerians. It will help the party people. Because, you see, when you travel on social media, you won't get the real thing going on. As far as I'm concerned, apart from what Sheyi is doing, and with his brother Osun State, Adeleke, I see no galvanization for PDP to win in Ondo State. Yes, it's correct. Yes. You don't need to deceive people. Listen, you look at me. I'm the city minister. Not just minister for nothing. I'm a very strong one. And I know what to do. I know what to do. So it's not somebody can say, if you do so, you pay.
Is it too late to do that?
No, I cannot. Look, you see, I'm a realist. Anybody who knows me, I don't play this way. She is my friend, very, very close friend. There's no way she will come to Abuja, he will not come to my house, I won't go to his place. We are very close. And he knows my position. And he knows age. Nothing can affect our relationship. No, I don't do that. Fintri is my friend. He didn't know. I said, look, as far as Bala thinks that he owns PDP, thinks that he can use PDP to do to his own selfish interest, it won't work. What is the problem? Maybe that would have stayed to what maybe you may have in mind to ask. You took what belongs to the South here. The chairman of Governor Forum PDP ought to come to the South. You took it. Because you think you are too smart.
In clear terms, you are alluding because of ambition. Are you saying because of ambition?
Two. Because they have ambition. Nobody, people should have ambition, but even because all the inordinate is rubbish. But why not build your party first? Make your party to be a strong party that you can sell to Nigerians. When you don't do that, then you're not being serious. It's not by just, like I said, not by going to television. The federal government is doing nothing. That has nothing to do for Nigerians to believe what you're talking about. Now, what's the problem? All you're interested is to remove the national chairman, acting national chairman. Why? It's not playing according to what you want. All these crises you see today, and that's what I tell Nigerians, that some politicians is terrible. Bala was one. I say Makinde. As Fintri. As acting national chairman. Bala was the person who said that acting national chairman should complete the tenure of IU for the next convention before we elect a chairman. It was Bala. When the last neck met, that became very, very cantankerous. It was also Bala who supported the national, supported people to go to court for interpretation of whether you can complete the tenure of IU, or you coming from the same zone. Suddenly, Banana felt that the acting national chairman was not dancing to his tune. Oh, he must go. Oh, the North Central must bring back. I would say, how? It's not going to work. It won't work. The court has interpreted the judgment. It won't work. It will not work. It will not work. You see, this is that I can't stand people. And when I see people this way, you agree with people on something, you say it's politics, you change overnight, simply for your own selfish interest. No, I say it will not work. It will not work.
Honourable Minister, a lot of people have alluded to the fact that the PDP has been losing steam ever since you started having rifts with other high-ranking members of the party, and that led to the loss of PDP in places like Edo, and now we are looking at Ondo coming up, and there are speculations that PDP might lose again in Ondo State. Do you think that perhaps there can be some sort of reconciliatory situation that might settle the rift in the PDP anytime soon?
I don't know the settlement. I won't lie to you.
But are we going to continue seeing PDP?
You shouldn't deal with people who are not sincere. Integrity is key in life. Look, a man who has integrity you can deal with him. You can go to sleep. You take it to the bank. When people come to say it's politics, you agree with something with somebody here. Tomorrow morning he does a different thing. He said, it's politics. I mean, what kind of life is that? And you want me to say, look, let me tell you the problem. It is not as if PDP cannot put their acts together. But it's this personal ambition. This attitude that I must bring Wike down. And when your only attempt is to bring Wike down, you make mistake. It is in bringing Wike down, you are not focused. Because Wike will not go down, which is true. With this Wike you are seeing, won't go down.
But some of
rather, you are the one that will.
Some of them
go down.
Not me, Honourable Minister.
No. It's totally simple to you. I will not go down. It's not in my place to go down. The point is, look, you've agreed on this. If they are reasonable people, from the party, I was a governor, for Christ's sake. Anybody knows what happened in PDP. Even when we had the federal government interfering in PDP affairs then, under Modi Sharif, it was bad. I stood firm to say no, it would not happen. And it never happened. And we gave support to the party. The party was working. The party was working as an opposition party. Today, nobody is funding the National Working Committee. It's not about calling somebody, come and take 10,000 naira. Concerning not funding the party.
Concerning what you said about the governor of Bauchi State, some of the narrative out there is that you are the one, in fact, who wants the PDP, acting PDP chairman, to do your bidding.
To do what?
Because they say you want to frustrate the efforts of the party, so that the party will not be strong in the next elections, and then you have your way.
Nobody had any that view. It's you.
No.
No, it's you.
No.
It's you.
You spoke about Ogochinere the last time. You mentioned him last time.
Can I tell you how you have the view?
How?
I watch channels a lot. It is people's view. Let me tell you. I have told you here that it was Bala's idea. In a meeting he called, Sheima Kente was there, Fintri was there, National Chairman was there, National Secretary was there, Organizing Secretary was there, that Damagu will have to complete the tenure of Ayu. Damagu was one of those who fought me. Bature was one of those who fought me.
Then, not now.
No. What do I have now? The point I'm making, the meeting was called by Bala. That Damagu should continue to complete the tenure of Ayu. And when the North Central came, that for chairmanship, who said no? It was Bala who said no. It was even Bala who supported the idea of going to court for interpretation of the constitution of PDP. I'm telling you this here. Let Bala come out to say, no, I never, let me be patient. Let Bala come out and tell Nigerians, to tell PDP, that he never one day was in the meeting where it was agreed that Damagu should complete the tenure of Ayu. Now, what has happened? Now, Damagu is not playing to his own side. Therefore, Damagu must go. And we that are no, now, he won't go. How can he go? Is it not what you agree? No. So it's not about dancing to me. It's about agreeing on what we agreed. And I said, integrity is key in politics.
You haven't said how we are doing, because the former deputy national police secretary.
Yes, who's that?
They had the meeting last time.
Who's that?
The current national spokesperson of the party.
Who's that?
Then
one guy from Kogi. Okay, can I tell you about those people?
Yes.
Can I tell you about no, who told them?
Debo has spoken against you.
No.
Ogochinere has said you are part of those trying to.
Can you respect us? When we are talking about fresh animals, we don't talk about crab. Huh? When we are talking about fresh animals, we don't talk about crab. There are people who have not condescend so low to discuss because we are talking about the media chats. For Christ's sake, can you bring me an Ogochinere? I mean, how can you do that? It's unfair. It's unfair. But let me even tell you, for record, for people to know, what's the problem? When you talk about now, you just ordinarily I shouldn't do that. I'm too far. Who gave me a ticket to run under PDP? How did you get the ticket? Who sponsored his election? What is the problem? You had a problem with Hope Uzodimma. Therefore, I should quarrel with Hope Uzodimma. What kind of rubbish is this? I won't do that.
Honourable Minister.
Now, calm down. Calm down. Nigerians must know the truth. Calm down. Don't block us. I know where you're coming from. I know where you're coming from. Now, the point is that you said Debo. Which of the Debo, the Yoruba boy?
Spokesperson of the party.
Ologwagba. Is he Yoruba boy? The one from Osun?
Understood.
Or the former national police secretary from Kogi?
Yeah.
So I want you to...
There's only one current spokesperson.
Okay, you are talking about the current. So you said I did what?
You said that you're part of those who don't want certain things to go
like what?
The way that the leadership of the party wants it.
Like
and that you are there to achieve the opposition agenda so that the PDP will not move forward.
How did he become national police secretary? Who is he? Look, let me tell you, there are people I shouldn't talk about. Who is he? We're talking about entire PDP. How can he say so?
Honourable Excellency.
So the point I made is not correct. It's not correct. I have told you the genesis here. What happened? Bala went and took him and the legal advisor to pay loyalty to him against the entire National Working Committee. How do you do that? A party, opposition party, you are trying to divide the National Working Committee. How do you survive it? No, tell me. Now, at my level, I came out in this country and I said I was not going to support your presidency because you are not fair. There was no justice. Equity, after PDP was concerned.
Whose presidency? Atiku?
I mean, Atiku, yes.
Oh, okay.
I didn't hide it.
Okay.
I'm not like them. I come out in the daytime, I say different thing. In the night, you say different thing. No. Nigerians know me. I say something I will do, and I will do. What I will not do, I will not do. I came back, I said I was not going to support this. And I have no regret about it. And I've said severally. 2, the president knows. I never spoke to the president any day. That said, look, I'll go to APC. I never told anybody that. And nobody should think that I'm afraid if I want to join APC too, I cannot join APC. Who is that person that I'll be afraid of? Who? You said, who is that person in PDP? Or who is that? I mean, you see, you people should try to see the truth in all we are doing when all we are saying. You see, some of us, Bala was in APP, MPP, when he was senator. And I became minister. From opposition party, he became a senator. I mean, he was senator under APP, and then became a minister under PDP. As minister of FCT 2015, they didn't allow PDP to campaign in Bauchi. I know that well. Yes. They test us out. Minister of FCT. My president is going to campaign. They chase me out in my state. How? How? I don't understand this thing people are talking about. How do I, Minister of FCT, president of my party, going to campaign in my state? They will stone you. I'll better resign that day. I will leave.
Honourable Minister.
Yes.
Nigerians need PDP to become a viral opposition party. It is clear that it is factionalized. If the other faction, where Bala belongs, were to approach you and say, let's sheet our swords and come together to oppose the APC, what will it take for you to agree?
Bala is on his own. There's no faction of PDP. Bala cannot, and he does not have what it takes to factionalize PDP. PDP cannot be factionalized.
But
however, a man who does not have the credential to lead can lead. We were governors now. We are no governors here. The way it is now. Look at the APC. See how all their governors are galvanizing. Moving to. Look at what they did in Edo. See what they are doing now in Ondo. When I was governor, I wasn't the chairman of Governors Forum. At that time, you saw a federal government coming out to say, this is our interest. Yeah, you don't have that. You don't see this government coming out to show the power. Look, I went to Edo. I did declare me I must leave Edo. Are you not aware as a governor? Are you not aware? Or you are pretending now? No, but you saw it. That was when we had Governors Forum.
That's
we said, no way. It will never happen here. We stood firm. And it never happened. That's why my second one. That's the other one. Okay, let's happen now. He's the chairman. Governors are colleagues. Leadership.
Speaking of leadership, sir, your party's presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
No, there are no presidential candidate there. Former.
Okay, your party's former presidential candidate, I beg your pardon. Yeah, the 2023 presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, you know, he's been in the news lately criticizing the policies of this current administration, President Bola Tinubu's administration. And he is even suggesting that, you know, his own economic blueprint, if implemented, would have made Nigeria now a better place. But no, I've not gotten to my question.
He presented it to Nigerians.
No, but what he is now saying is that he's presenting himself as a better alternative, of course, ahead of 2027 presidential election.
Let me ask you one question. Did you not present this to Nigerians? Did Nigeria choose him? No.
But there will be another chance.
It doesn't matter. You are lobbying for that, the chance won't be there. Which is party? At what age?
So PDP will reject his candidacy.
How can we use one man for how many years? I can't even be talking like this. Now let me also tell you how you know how people look at in America. It's not correct. I'm sure of you were opposed to Trump. I'm sure. Oh, he's this. He's a racist. He's this. He's that. I agree. What did the Americans do? What did they do?
Chose their own.
We are here crying, bothering ourselves. Americans are thinking of something else, different, for their own country, for the good of their own country. Made a decision. You have presented your blueprint in 2023. Nigerians had you clear. Say, well, thank you for this blueprint. It will not work. We will not support you. What do you expect him to say? Not to speak or not to criticize the government. Criticism does not mean that opposition is serious. If you people criticize for criticizing's sake, not that you are working for it. Trump was not in government. He wants to come back to government. They went down to work with the Republicans. Listen, we want to take over government. What do? We have to be serious. There's some bad ideas that we have to unite and make sure we take over government. And look at the result today. Unity. But cannot just be ordinarily, you want to sideline this person, oh, this person's doing is too much, we'll deal with this. It will not work. Rather, it will cause more crisis.
We need to ask you about your own blueprint for your. What are you proposing for your party? You can't just sit in the corner. You can see that the party is not functioning optimally at the moment. As a leader in the party, what are you proposing?
My proposal is unity of the party.
Unity. Are you working towards it?
I have told you here what you should do. And I've told you to do the right thing. I have told you here, we all agreed to unite the party, let these people complete the tenure and go for convention October, November next year to elect the new people that will elect the affairs of the party going towards 2026, 2027.
If you start with Rivers.
I'm coming. Now, if you're a peaceful person, all you will say, yes, so this makes sense too. What are we fighting? Before now, to October next year, that will scatter our party. Why can't all of us rally around? Okay, let's work together and do the convention by October, November. Produce the school that will champion our party for the next election. Rather, you're anticipating your energy on who will within this 1 year stay and begin to. I've never seen people like that. How does it work? Well, that's why I say, if you remove selfish interest and say, look, for the interest of this party, these people are already there. Convention is October, November. This tenure will end December next year. So why can't we? It's okay. Because we're opposition party. We want to build ourselves. Rather you are saying, no, I won't agree. Let's divide the place. Let's divide the place. Because he's talking to Wike. Huh.
Honourable Minister,
unity.
Don't you think if you show leadership by uniting the PDP in Rivers State, that will send signals to other members?
PDP is united in Rivers. That's why
even when you are estranged with a PDP governor that is in the state?
It's not every governor. Some people have been governor and lost election. For Christ's sake. For Christ's sake. PDP have had their world congresses to look out to state congress. Hit free. Do you want me to tell you all the moves that the governor has made? Look. I don't.
For the purposes of.
I just don't want to. Look, you know, the good thing, since 1999, I've been here. From chairman of council, 1999, down to be chief of staff, down to be minister of state, down to be governor, and then came back to minister of FCT. My brother, what experience do you want in party politics that I do not? Look, I know these politicians. I know what they're capable of doing. And when you don't give them the opportunity, I know what they do. Let me tell you one thing, which may not be too comfortable, and that has to do with the role of politicians. I'll tell you something today that you'll be shocked. When Jagede was his governorship then.
In Ondo State?
Yes, anytime Jagede. The matter was at Federal High Court. We had a faction. Burji Kashamu of late memory. And our team. Did you not say? Now, Burji and Boni Sheriff were working together. And we were working with Makrafidem. Now, the matter was for the High Court. I want to just give you an example. And I can tell you, I had a respect for the judge handling the matter. I don't want to mention them, but you know why I had the respect. There was nothing as politicians did not do to make sure that matter did not go on. Nothing.
That you did not do?
Not me.
All of
so
you.
Don't quote me. I didn't say me. It's not me. When I'm saying politicians, we know what happened. In every day, the judge will sit. He said, all the 20 applications you bring, I will hear it. This matter must go on. My brother, what am I talking about? There are people who know the antics of politicians. Do you understand me? Who now fall to those tricks. Now, you know politicians, all of us. And that's why judiciary should be careful and show leadership. When you see a politician going on national television and calling your judgment or judge a thief or judgment is fraudulent, he must stand up and say, no, I won't take this. I will not. This is an affront to judiciary. If you don't prove this, I will send you to jail. When you give politicians the opportunity to begin to embarrass the judiciary, like we asked the first question here.
In reverse.
No, they asked the first question when we started.
Yeah. Okay,
you talk about building justice quarters.
Yeah.
That becomes that you are buying judges or justices. It's an insult. It's an embarrassment. Leadership. I won't take it. You were here, people were saying, President, change your cabinet. Corruption, corruption, corruption. Mr. President said, I agree with you. Can I have evidence? Can I have evidence? You see, today, people have been crucified through social media for not committing any offense. People today use labor to cause crisis. Labor will venture into what they're not supposed to venture. Labor tells you to the judgment of God is against labor's interest. As if judgment must be in your own interest. I don't know whether you understand the point I'm making. If a judgment is against labor, not the labor corner, for example, in a democracy, constitutional democracy, it's not for you to follow the rule to the letter. Say, I will go on appeal.
That's the case against allocation of local government.
I do not say what I'm trying to say is that that's what you're supposed in a true democracy, constitutional democracy. The judgment has been given. How bad it is. Go to appeal. Appeal there. Go to Supreme Court. That's why we have appellate courts. And that way, there's a sanity. We're trying to blackmail judges and justices. To say, look, to make them now begin to give their judgments based on social media.
Okay.
It's not fair.
So if you could speak a little further on that narrative that Labour, because I read the press release as well, and it has to do with that Federal High Court judgment stopping release of allocation to Rivers.
Okay.
But some of the narrative out there is that, I mean, when people say judgment must not just be done, but must be seen to have been done.
Yes.
Some of the people who, but wait a minute, if this judgment stands like this, you're going to strangulate an arm of government in the state.
I like that. I like that. You see the angle came. Very good. They want to strangulate. Now, the court said, Haba, we're a constitutional democracy. You want us to sit here for you to use 3-4 people to pass budget for you in a constitutional democracy of 32 seats? The court said, listen, even when this matter was before us, and the court gave judgment, no, you can't do this. We said, don't do this. He went ahead. With 3-4 people, there were 4. 1 had reduced. Now it's 3. Tomorrow it can be 2. The next day can be 1. You want to set a precedent. I have no problem about it. And the court said, you don't do it. You went on appeal to the Court of Appeal. You went on appeal to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal affirmed the judgment of the Federal High Court. So look, this is a joke taken too far. How can you continue with this in a democracy in Nigeria? Forget about how anybody will play sentiment. Law does not know emotion. Law does not know sentiment about it. What are the facts? What is the law? It may not favor you. It may not favor me. But let the law be what is applied. And let us move this sentiment, oh, you know, it will do this. So what you are happy is that 3 people should continue to pass budget of a state. In that case, we were very comfortable. No, tell me, anybody bring in, say, look, even on moral grounds, Mr. President, I appeal to you, you agreed. Go and rescind their budget. He said, no, you won't do that. Which you agreed. Okay, you won't do, Mr. President, no problem. Now, court gave judgment. Court of Appeal affirmed the judgment. Now, the Assembly went to court to say, listen, by the provisions of the Constitution, you cannot continue to draw from the consolidated revenue when you have no appropriation. Therefore, until you present your budget, you can't continue to spend money. And then you are bringing sentiment, or, you know, people will suffer. Who is suffering the people? Is it the man that refusing to send his appropriation to the Assembly, or the Assembly who is saying, look, let the right thing be done. We are here representing the people to appropriate for you to expend. And then you are turning it the other way because you go and give money to civil society. You go and give money to somebody who says the labor somewhere will not agree. It's anti-labor. You think only you can put down the country. You think only you can put down the state. Nobody has that capacity. No, you are wrong. Certainly wrong.
Well, Your Excellency, talking about the legality of some of the actions taken by the Rivers State Governor, we saw in the just concluded local government polls where a certain type of theatrics was played out. How would you react to that? And
I will not go into the subsidies. You see, we are being careful. And that's why one good thing must give to our team. We are good in assembling the best court lawyers, not channels, arise lawyers.
No, our lawyers don't delve into political issues.
No, with all due respect, we know the lawyers you bring.
PDP, who are members of your party?
We know. Who are always been on trying to pontificate law.
They are not under retainers.
Look, law is in court. Go and advocate it there. Go and speak it there.
Lawyers are entitled to their opinion. We can't force anything.
We know your modus operandi. We know what people will do, but we're not bothered about it. The point is that one thing can give to us, we assemble the best of the best. We do. And I have no regret, apologies to anybody.
But Your Excellency...
If we have the matter, so let me tell you what I said, the matter is subjudice. Yes. The Federal High Court has given judgment. The matter is on appeal. Whatever that happened, I will not comment. Yeah, because I don't want to say anything.
Okay, let me ask
them
you.
Struggle it out, argue it out.
This one is not subjudice.
But the political side of it...
What's the political side?
The political side of it still leaves the ball in your court, which is that as the leader, you ought to take...
You are calling me leader now? But you said I cannot be leader, but as the governor, how can you call me leader?
You ought to take the initiative to ensure that the crisis in Rivers State...
What is the crisis? Can I tell you what is the crisis?
This case that we are just talking about, is it not a potential crisis?
What's the crisis?
If the state doesn't draw money from the consolidated revenue.
No, see, don't jump. Okay. Don't jump. Why do you want to travel illegality? No, let us not talk about drawing money. Why don't you ask yourself, why must you be spending money without appropriation by law?
Yeah, but there's a political genesis to all of that.
It doesn't matter.
If you tackle it from there and solve the problem.
It doesn't matter whether there is or not. It is you now who is saddled with responsibility, who is sitting there as the governor to say, listen, why would I allow my state to go into this tumble? For what sake?
Has it reached out to you?
It's not about me. You people always personalize this thing. There's no law that said I must work with you politically in my life. There's no law that says so. It's a matter of...
Even if you were the one that...
It's a matter of...
It's emergency.
Do you know...
As governor?
Come, do you know that when I was governor, do you know the fight I saw? I was fighting, you know. Your friend was there then, you know. You know the fight I fought. But it never did. I was still moving on. Because for me, I owe the state a lot.
Your Excellency.
So let nobody begin to say, don't put the card this way. Say, look, can you continue to spend the money? Are you encouraging this impunity going on in the country?
That's not what. That's not the point. The point is that all of
forget about Wike. Don't talk about
the point is that all of this is a political problem.
We need to still ask you. We need to still ask you, Your Excellency. We spoke about the challenge at the national in PDP. Well, now we've gone to the local. There's still a challenge. You must at least try to settle one.
No, I think
It's still
there's no problem in PDP in Rivers.
But it's quite evident, Your Excellency.
What is the evidence?
I'm talking about the recent local government.
It's a family divided against...
No, first of all.
And speculations are that the governor is trying to take away your powers at the grassroots.
It does not allow the governor to take it. It allows on the people. Who gives you power at the grassroots? It's not you. It's the people. The people say, I will follow you. I won't follow you. You don't give power to yourself at the grassroots. The people will give you power.
But there are some who say with the recent local government elections, you have lost your influence.
Who did the election? God, which state that you see? Is that, first of all, did we pick from? Did we collect from? Did you see us campaign to run election? How would I imagine myself going to go and talk about local government election? Is there any state that any party has won? So what are we talking about? So people should, what we are saying, follow due process. Let me tell you something. If I'm a governor, I will follow due process of law. People talk about Supreme Court said there must be election. Lies. What Supreme Court said, you must have elected local government, democratically elected. Supreme Court didn't say you must not follow due process in conducting an election. For Christ's sake. I mean, people just come, twist everything. Supreme Court didn't say, go tomorrow now. Go and conduct local government. Supreme didn't say that.
But Your Excellency, are you alluding to the fact that there is or isn't a crisis, local government crisis in your state that has to do with it?
To me?
Yes.
How? I'm FCT,
Well, in line with everything we've been saying.
You are the one who said, I've been moved around here, commissioning, flagging off. If I have a problem, I cannot concentrate here. Talk about flagging up, commissioning, flagging off, commissioning, yet I have a problem. You will go and settle that problem. I do not. You that has problem should know how to solve your problem. For me here, look, when I came here, some people said I can't stay. It's my problem. I have to make sure to say I will stay. How will I stay? I will change the narrative. You have said you have changed the narrative. Those people who say I will stay have said that no, you have to stay.
Let's talk about the
if you have a
APC
problem,
in Rivers State.
You know how to solve your problem.
The APC in Rivers State, they'll be holding their Congress, I think, by next week. And there's this allegation again in Rivers State that, Minister Nyesom Wike is at it again because they say that you're beginning to meddle in the affairs of the APC. Of course, you already have the structure of the PDP, that you are also making moves to control the structure of the APC in your state ahead of the state Congress.
Assuming not conceding. Assuming not conceding. That what I said is correct. I'm not a politician. Did I tell you I'm a preacher?
So that's so.
I said assuming not conceding. I mean, is that the issue? I have friends. I will continue to maintain my relationship. The man fire an APC does not make you not to be close to me at the appropriate time. That's okay. Come out. We'll come out. But I think the ember of enmity is caused by you people. Because when you say PDP and APC person working together, that it's like they have agreed on something. All you want, that they have a problem. That you belong to APC and then belong to PDP, you must not relate. There must be quarrel. That's the only way you are happy that yes, that politics is being played. But when you are talking to each other, discussing, going to his house, coming to your house. I don't think things are good. It's just not
Could
right.
you clarify this for us? I mean, we're going to be winding down soon.
Yes.
Is it true that at the time the president intervened, and the reason why Justice Omotosho's case went the way it went was because the Rivers State Governor's legal team withdrew their case, but your legal team did not withdraw their case, and that's why they had said that there was no representation. Is that true?
Like I said, the matter is in the Court of Appeal going to Supreme Court. But you see, okay, look, who went to court? We went to court. So who will withdraw case? We went to court. You are a defender. How do you withdraw your case?
They said because the president said everybody.
No, listen to what
peace.
we are saying now. The point I'm making, I went to court.
Yeah.
Is it the defendant that withdraws the case? It's not the plaintiff. So how did they withdraw their case? We ought to say we have withdrawn our case. They thought they are too smart. We withdrew. Listen, the president said this. Withdraw the impeachment notice. The next day, the assembly withdrew the impeachment notice. What they did was now go and instigate some people to say, let them go to court. It's not we that went to court. Federal High Court in Abuja, Port Harcourt, so many cases, more than 29. Then what is about what are the matter? He said, we're not the ones who went to court there. Whom are you playing that game with? Who laughed? So when they say they will do their matter before Motosho is not correct, rather, what do you do? They will do their processes. When they matter, how can you say that you will do them? You will do your processes, not challenge it.
Your Excellency.
No, I'm going to go. So we went. So the issue of withdrawing matter does not arise at all.
Your Excellency, we have come to the end of the session for today. Anything you wish to say in just 30 seconds?
No, just to let you know that
FCT.
you don't lose hope. As far as the FCT is concerned, don't lose hope on Mr. President. We're there.
And there's more to come by
There's
December.
more to come from next year. You watch what is going to happen in Abuja. I mean, it's not about bragging. It's about reality. I'm sure some of you may want to be the comparer for the second year anniversary in Abuja to see what we've been able to do. Abuja will be a different place. I know in 2026 will be 50 years. Abuja will be a jubilee year 2026. So we really want to show that yes, indeed, by the grace of God, Abuja has come to stay, and so this is what a city is supposed to be. And all we are doing has nothing to do against anybody. We must take decisions and implement every decision we take, because it doesn't matter who. Just have patience, believe in us, and we are going to deliver.
All right. From ADBN, it's a deal.
Well, thank you very much.
News Central is a wrap as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yes, it's a wrap.
Thank you.
Honourable Minister, thank you for allowing us to invade your privacy yet again. I appreciate it. Thank
It's
you
a
so much.
good invasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you for investing your time with us. That's the end of today's edition. Well, this time around, this is the end of the edition for today. Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate it. We'll see you around.
Welcome back from the live telecast. We'll now continue with our regular programs. Stay tuned.
Every major news story is with many perspective and layered with different levels of impact.
Hello. What time did they